Welcome back, convicts. We're back where we left off in the old mine, and we're gonna go down, down, down. Now, over here, we're gonna find a digger and an NPC called Snipes. Now, let's talk to Snipes.
How's things?
I have a deal to suggest. If you make Aaron leave the chest alone, I'll give you 10 ore.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okie dokie. Let's talk to Aaron then.
What are you doing here?
I'm watching diggers like Snipes over there to make sure they keep their hands off my chest.
Now, in order to lure him away, you need to tell him Ian sent you.
Ian sent me. You should go to see him at once.
What does he want?
And you have to say no idea.
No idea. Ian will tell you that himself. Do you think he'd tell me something like that?
Then I'll go to see him.
Yeah, okay. And now you want to talk to Snipes. Now, anything else to loot here? And okay, these battles don't actually have a collision mesh.
You owe me 10 ore.
Here, you've already earned the 10 ore. Oh, and one more thing. I have the key to his chest as well. For you, only 30 ore.
Okay, let's buy the key.
Give me the key.
You made good business there.
I just wonder what you get out of it.
I'm always glad when I can get one over on the gods. And if they found the content of the chest with me, I'd be a dead man.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
Yep,
I'll see you later.
he is pretty smart about that actually. So we get to loot the chest for some healing scroll and just a bit of ore. That's okay with us. Now we're gonna go down, down, down. There's nothing else in this direction. It's just a dead end. Now we're gonna go even more deeper into the old mine. You can actually see how deep it goes. You can see the bottom from here. Now this is sort of the main level where you can actually find Ian. Now let's do some parkour. There's nothing on this rooftop over here. Let's talk to Mr. Albert.
What's in the storeroom?
That's none of your business.
Standing around for so long must make you thirsty.
You bet, man. I could use a good swig now. Got anything on you?
Here you go. Have one on me as well.
Thanks.
Now he's gonna open the bottle, take a swig. And I really love how many times you can actually give drinks to people. Really makes sense.
Is there anything special in the storeroom now?
Some chest that we store supplies in. The keys disappeared, though.
Disappeared?
I bet Aleph was involved. That guy can't be trusted.
Now we don't want to lure him away yet because we don't have the key. We're gonna go back upstairs, talk to Aleph, and then we're gonna lure Albert away. So gonna do a quick transition to talk to Aleph. Now here's Aleph.
Do you know anything about the key for the chest in the storage shed?
Well, that depends.
On how much ore I'll give you?
You learn fast.
Now you want to give him as much ore as possible. First of all, because we can afford it, and he gives you an extra reward for it.
50 ore should be more than enough for you.
Very generous. Here's the key. And take this ring as well. It's always brought good luck to me.
Okay.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
Now we're gonna go back down to Albert. Now let's see, now that we have the key, we can lure Albert away. And because we know he's a bit of a what's the word? Not gumption. He's a bit of a glutton.
Listen, Ian and the others are sitting at the bottom having grilled meat.
What? Without me? Well, I'll collect my share.
Basically, you lure him away by giving him an argument that he's missing out on some good food. Now we have a firebolt and a couple of light scrolls. It's not really a bad reward, it's not amazing either. But this one has a lot of war and a couple of fireball scrolls, which honestly are utterly useless to us right now because we have the Heart of the Fire Golem, which allows us to infinitely cast fireballs. Now, let's see, we also have a digger over here, and if you really want to know what happens if you try to mine, you're just gonna infinitely hit an ore nugget with your pickaxe. Nothing else interesting happens. You don't actually harvest the ore. So that's basically it.
Hey, you! If you try to make a fool out of me again, you've had it. You got that?
Okay, so that's the entire consequence. And now, the cool part, we can actually sell the key back to him.
Hey, don't you miss the key to your chest?
Indeed. I don't even want to guess how or why you know about the key. But I'll give you 20 ore if you get it back for me.
Here's your key.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's your 20 ore like we agreed. But you'd better watch out in future. From now on, I'll be keeping an eye on you. Let me...
Okay.
Hey, you, there was no grilled meat at all.
Oh, I guess I must have been mistaken. Have a good day.
Yep, that's basically the entire exchange right there.
Let me pass.
A new face. Have you ever dug ore, boy?
Have you been here long?
I've already been here 10 years. Oh, believe me, I've learned and experienced quite a lot here. I've encountered many dangers and managed to stay alive. In the old times, when we worked in the abandoned mine, the one which is deserted now, and the supporting beams collapsed. But that's old stories.
And I really love this character. He sounds like an experienced old man with 1,000 stories to tell.
You must have heard about many escape plans as well.
Listen, boy, I know you want to get out of here, but forget it. You better forget the thought of escape. I saw the faces of those who tried to get out of the barrier. Don't make the same mistake. The barrier will stop everybody.
I don't want to dig in the mine for the next 10 years of my life.
No, you won't. Perhaps you'll be one of the real big shots. Who knows? You'll work your way up. But no matter how far you'll get, the barrier will finally stop you.
Good luck.
Same to you, boy. Same to you.
Okay, let's talk to Alberto.
Can I trade things with you?
Yep, anything you want if you have ore.
Okay, so I'm just gonna buy his arrows and the little bit of ore he has on him. It's not much, but it's something. Now, this coin is actually utterly worthless. Do we have some extra? Yep, we have a few pointless swords we can actually sell, and a light crossbow because we have an extra. Now let's sell a few tumblers and a jug, and that's 150. Now, does this guard have anything to say?
What goes on in the mine?
The mine's the heart of...
Okay, that's just repeated dialogue we've already heard before. Now, here's the thing. If we want to open these chests, this guard over here is going to try to fight us.
Clear winner, I'd say.
And because we just
When I was young,
kicked his
that was
ass.
tough.
Okay, so anything else around here? Do we have I think he dropped one of his bolts, but I'm not entirely certain, or did we just pick it up by accident? Doesn't really matter, so let's just quaff down a couple of healing
You won't
potions.
have much time to be sorry for it.
And we should be alrighty.
You've given me a fair thrashing, man.
Yep. And now, hopefully, if we try to lockpick these chests...
I didn't see anything.
Yep, you don't see anything. So we have some ore here, nothing fancy. And you're probably wondering, if we are so rich, what are we going to spend so much of our stuff on? And again, that's something for later in the story. There's going to be a vendor that sells some really good stuff.
I didn't see anything.
And we're going to dump basically our entire inventory on him eventually. Okay, some extra food. Damn, we have so much food. I like that we actually find food in logical places. So this chest only had an apple, and the last chest. Okay, nothing fancy either here. Now we've talked to everybody except Ian, and the thing that I really like flavor animations and all. You can actually rotate some of this meat over here.
Anything.
And you can actually see it's a scavenger on a spit. Now let's talk to Mr. Ian.
Are you Ian, the boss of the mine?
Yeah, I'm Ian, and this is my mine, so don't touch or break anything.
It's a bit too late for that.
Isn't that Gomez's mine?
Yeah, of course, this is the mine of the old camp. But in here, there's only one boss, and that's me.
Can you tell me something about the ore production here?
We dig for ore day and night. This means a storage of 200 sacks per month, and another 20 sacks which will be melted down. Hundreds of blades can be forged with the ore we supply to the king.
I've heard that the ore has magical qualities. Tell me about it.
The magic ore does have special qualities. Weapons forged from it don't break. Their blades are sharper than usual ones. An army equipped with these weapons has a decisive advantage in battle.
Tell me more about the ore.
Unfortunately, the magic powers of the ore vanish during the smelting process. They know the right smelting technique in the blast furnaces of Nordmar. But even without the magic powers, weapons made from this ore are extremely resistant and do more damage than normal weapons.
Tell me about the mine.
If you want to look around here, you need to be careful. There are mine crawlers in the caves. You better stay in the main shaft. And leave the Templars alone. Even if they only hang around most of the time, they're the best fighters you can ever have at your side when it comes down to the crawlers.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have some work to do, and don't keep my boys from doing their work.
I'll just have a look around here. Diego sent me. I'm to collect the list.
All right, here's the list. Tell him to hurry up with the deliveries.
I'll just have a look around.
Don't make any trouble.
Again, a bit too late for that. So, fun fact, all the NPCs in this mine can actually be killed, with the exception of Ian and his second in command, which is Ashgan. Now, we're gonna go further down into the mine. We took some damage from that guard, so we're gonna quickly heal up. Probably gonna eat some of this rice we have, because we have way too much food at this point, and I really wanna consume it. Okay, now let's talk to these couple of... Actually, we're not gonna talk to the Templars just yet. We will instead be fighting these ferocious minecrawlers in the distance. Now, they're actually a bit over-described as being so dangerous. They aren't actually that dangerous, that impressive as they tell you. They are dangerous, don't get me wrong. But they're not like super apocalyptic dangers. Like, you can see it, we just handle them in melee. They don't even have to use a bow. Okay, and those guys in the distance tried to react to us fighting because we were very close. Now let's see what we can loot in this place. There's not a lot to loot. There's basically a few plants here and there. This is an abandoned part of the mine, and you can actually see how everything is covered in minecrawler webs. And these basically are sort of like big bugs, really big bugs that chew through tunnels, and this is basically their home. Now up here, it's gonna be, ooh, that was bad timing for our light to run out. Now we're just gonna equip our sword. And anybody else? No one else. Okay. So that was a ring we just picked up. And we also got a ring from Aleph, if I recall right. So this is a ring of power, and this is a ring of flame protection. This ring is utterly useless. You can just sell it. The ring of power, though, gives us 5 strength bonus, which actually might be a bit better than the ring of life. So we're gonna equip the ring of power, and let's just quickly heal up a bit. Eat some more healthy rice. We have so much food. Jesus, it's a good thing Gothic is not a survival game, because if it was a survival game, we'd have already won it by now. Now, is there anything else I didn't pick up in this place? I don't think so. Just gonna pop a telekinesis scroll to see if we can target anything. So, some minecrawler we actually missed. Just gonna quickly kill it. And you can actually see they don't give a lot of experience, and this is a human skull, which is indicative of the fact that they do drag their victims here, and they probably form cocoons or they eat them over here. Now we're gonna talk to these couple of Templars. Oh, we actually managed to kill one Nightcrawler, so they're not entirely useless. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
What's up?
What we really want is the secretion of the crawlers, though. Our guru, Korakalam, brews magic potions from the secretion of the mine crawlers' mandibles.
What's up?
Okay. What about you, Gorna Bar? What do you have to say?
What do you know about the mine crawlers?
The crawlers must have a nest somewhere. If we only knew where, we could destroy the whole brood.
Okay.
May the sleeper protect you.
So that's all he has to say on the subject. Now we're gonna go even more down. You can actually get a sense of the scope of this mine. It's realistically huge if you think about it. The barrier has been up for almost 20 years. That's a lot. It makes sense that they would dig a huge mine in the process. Now, do you have anything to say? No? Nothing? Nothing to accost me with? Nothing to say?
How?
Man, you're...
Okay. Now, over here, we actually have a dangerous part of the mine that contains a few more mine crawlers. However, these mine crawlers we will not handle in melee. Instead, what we are gonna do, we wanna jump down here, and we actually wanna handle them with our bow. They aren't difficult to kill with a bow. Now, there are only a couple of mine crawlers left. We can definitely handle them with archery. Just need a few good shots on them. Okay, so there's one left, and the last one I think we can actually handle in melee. That jump over there actually took half our health, which isn't really that important at this point because we have a lot of healing potions. So we're just gonna eat some more of this delicious rice. Now, we went down here for a very specific reason, and that reason is that in this abandoned section of the mine, we're gonna find a key component we'll need, and this is this gear wheel. Now, this specific gear wheel, Jesus, Jesus Christ, I can't talk right now. English is difficult. Okay, this gear wheel is a quest item. It's a quest item for chapter 2. Now, Ian is gonna request us to give him this item piece in order to progress with another quest. So we've basically taken care of the quest already, and we're just gonna find a few more herbs down here in the mine. Let's renew our light because it's a bit too dark for our liking. Now, in this little alcove, you can find a few more herbs, and really that's about it. A few more raven herbs growing down here. I'm just gonna quickly pick them up. We are really not hurting for mana or anything at this point. We just want to make sure we're well supplied for future adventures, because we are going to use our spell scrolls and the fire heart thingy we got. We're eventually gonna run out of bolts and arrows, and we are gonna have to rely in certain situations on our magic, and that implies using a lot of mana potions. Now, some mushrooms over here, nothing really impressive. We have so many mushrooms, and I really want to touch on the fact that it's a shame that Gothic 1 didn't have a bigger budget, because I can imagine they intended on having a full... Oof, don't die. Okay, we accidentally dropped down there. That's not a problem. We just took 90 points of damage, and it's really good that we have that acrobatic skill, because without it we would have probably died right there. Fall damage, by the way, is not it's not based on percentage, like for example like World of Warcraft. It's based on a specific number which is derived from the distance you end up falling. So if you, for example, have a huge amount of hit points, like if you would have like 10,000 hit points, which you'll never have, but just as an example, you could fall from, let's say, the top of the old mine. So if you would go on the highest platform and you would jump down, you would probably take something like 3,000 points of damage or so. Not entirely sure, but it's a lot in any case. Now, does our telekinesis detect anything? Yep, some more nuggets here. Pickaxe and a healing potion. Okay. Anything else we missed? Now there's a ladder up here. Let's see where this ladder takes us. So yeah, as I was saying, Gothic 1, if it had a higher budget, it would have had a full-blown cooking system. Now, Gothic 2 allowed you to cook mostly grilled meat, and if I'm not mistaken, that was about... Oof. Did not make that jump. Now, this is not an easy jump to make. Getting acrobatics, by the way, is a double-edged sword. Sometimes it makes jumps easier, sometimes it actually makes them harder. Now, do we need to get onto that last ledge? Is there anything there? Our telekinesis says no. So there is really no point actually getting there. Now, let's jump back down. And we're gonna try to make a difficult jump. Yep, made it. Now, we explored that part of the mine, and we never really have to go there ever again. Mobs do not respawn in Gothic 1 except in very specific places, and only in certain chapters. Now, as we go down here, we need to heal up, because there are a couple of cave entrances. Now, there's a cave here and another mine shaft there, and those mine shafts are full with mine crawlers, and we really want to kill them. We really want to kill them before the guards end up killing them by accident. And the reason I really want to kill them quickly is to get the experience. It's not a whole lot of experience. They give 130 experience per kill. but it's better than nothing, right? Okay, that's 140 right there. And we're gonna come back to this place later to loot it, but right now we're particularly interested in just quickly clearing them out for some experience points. So we're gonna make our way down to the second shaft, which is down here. It's mine crawler right here. We're gonna quickly kill, and we also leveled up, which is great. Our light expired, so we're gonna renew it again. Now, I am actually curious if we can one-shot the minecrawler. This is something I never tested. If we can one-shot the minecrawler with a fireball. The answer is we can. And as for the rest, we can actually handle them with a bow quite easily. Usually takes about 4 shots, or 2 shots if you actually get lucky and get a crit or 2 in. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, those were the last of the minecrawlers. Yep, that's all there is, folks. Now, we've cleared all the minecrawlers so far in the old mine. There's one last section in the old mine, but we can't access it yet. That's something for chapter 2. So there is no hurry in getting there. So all that's left to do right now is to talk to a few more NPCs and then go back to the old mine and deliver the list. Well, I'm saying the old camp, sorry, but first we'll take a little detour. Now, this is the list. It's a list of requirements that the old mine needs. And you can read it now. You can pause the video and read it. Now, let's talk to a few more named NPCs in this area. There's a guy called Garp.
What's the orc doing here?
The guards caught him. Ever since, he's been forced to work here.
He's not even in chains. Why doesn't he just run away?
He tried that once. The guards gave it to him in such a way that he couldn't walk for a couple of weeks. Since then, he's never tried it again.
Okay, and the orc he was referencing is this huge orc right here. You can see he's an orc slave, and he's one of the few orcs that really has nothing to say in the game, but he's one of the few orcs that will not actually attack you. Now we have Viper over here, who is the smelter. We have this huge pile of ore you can see here.
I hear you're the smelter.
You're a smart boy indeed.
Now, let's just close the distance between you. Now, this orc is slightly annoying. Let's move the conversation over here. Come on, Viper, talk to me. Come on, my boy, talk to me. Perfect.
I hear you only melt down part of the ore.
Some time ago we used to melt a lot down, but Gomez and the mages were not too happy about that. They hung around here for weeks to examine the ore and everything else. They fiddled about and stuck their noble noses in things they didn't have a clue about. Finally, we only smelted a part of the ore. The mages never came back here.
Can you give me ore?
If you can give me any goods.
He has a lot of ore, 750 ore, and we actually are gonna take that entire ore he has. Now let's see, what can we quickly get rid of? Skins of swamp shark. Now these are extremely valuable. Now that's 800, a bit too much, and 750, that's perfect. And that's all Viper is gonna say for the rest of the game. There are a few Templars here.
What's up?
Listen, do you really need to accost everybody here?
Is that breaking the fourth wall or something?
May
Gornavid.
the sleeper awaken.
Gornavid has nothing to say, and Gornakosh is a bit more friendlier than the rest.
What are you doing here?
I'm hunting mine crawlers.
Can you tell me something about crawler hunting?
There's just a single rule to remember when hunting crawlers. When you see them, run at them and kill them as fast as you can. Fight without fear and kill without mercy.
Okie dokie. Anybody else has something to say? I think that's it. We talked to Garp, and I was under the impression there was another digger down here that had something to say, but maybe I'm mistaken. Now, what we can do is quickly explore these two side shafts, and there isn't much to loot here. There isn't really anything interesting that we really need. We're just gonna quickly loot them for some extra stuff. Yeah, okay, telekinesis. And there's a potion here. Skeleton that got crushed by some rocks. And again, cool environmental storytelling. So many small details in the game that just tells you the story of what happened through visual medium. It's basically show don't tell, which is awesome, and it's almost a lost art in cinema today, if you ask me. Now we're done with the shaft. That's what she said. And then we're gonna go explore the second shaft. And the second shaft is over here. Few hell mushrooms. Now, some people say this is a quote-unquote secret of the game. It's not really a secret, but in this area you can actually find this bow, which is called a bone bow. Now, this is technically the strongest bow you can acquire in Chapter 1 without fighting anyone. And, well, it does look really nice. It looks like a composite bow. It does less damage than the longbow, and we're gonna stick with the longbow we got from Mordrag. You can also get a longbow, if you remember, from the bandits near the Troll Canyon. Now, let's climb up here. If I remember correct, there is a potion up here, and that's all there is. Now, we're just gonna quickly climb this ladder. And we're gonna talk to a ring, even better. Now, anything else down here? Nope. Let's quickly jump down because we really don't care about our hit points at this point. And we took a lot of damage, but it really doesn't matter. We're just gonna quickly heal up. We're gonna actually, why not? We're gonna use one of our healing scrolls. And we're gonna eat an apple and some rice soup. So yeah, cooking isn't really fleshed out in Gothic 2 as much. Sadly, you can cook raw meat just like in Gothic 1. Gothic Arkelos, however, which is it's a standalone story mode that isn't related to Gothic 1 or 2. It actually chronologically takes place somewhere during the events of the creation of the barrier. So it's before Gothic 1. It happens way before Gothic 1. I think I ate a bit too much rice, but it really doesn't matter. So Gothic Arkelos, yeah, really cool game. Extends a lot of systems like smithing, cooking, alchemy. You can create arrows, you can make bows, you can... I'm not sure if you can create armor or not. I'm a bit fuzzy on that subject because I haven't finished the game yet. I will make a playthrough of it, however, after we finish Gothic 2. So we're gonna finish Gothic 1. This is the plan. We finish Gothic 1. We're gonna make a review of Gothic 1, and then we're gonna start on Gothic 2, and then we're gonna make a review of that game as well. And at the end of Gothic 1 and 2, we're gonna start with Gothic Arkelos. Then we're gonna play other mods for Gothic, like Dark Mysteries, which is a very cool mod.
What's with that orc?
He's our prisoner. He's lucky that the gear wheel of the masher is broken. That's why this son of a bitch is being allowed to have a break. As soon as the masher is repaired, it's back to work for him. He's not here to laze around all the time.
How's it going?
Well, why do you think?
What goes on in the mine?
The diggers collect the ore.
Okay, these are dialogue options we've already heard. The orc slave doesn't have anything to say, sadly. So yeah, the gear wheel he just mentioned is this specific gear wheel we just picked up from that side shaft with the mine crawlers. It's a broken ore masher which was left in an abandoned side tunnel of the old mine. Now, down here we have a few more mushrooms. I'm just gonna quickly pick up. And another mushroom there. And we just run out of light. That's not a biggie because we have some raven herbs or stone root. Yeah, stone root is good. Just gonna quickly use some stone root to recover our mana. And now we're gonna talk to a couple of more NPCs and then we'll be done with the old mine. And that's basically just it. Now, the guy I want to talk to down here is Ashkan.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay. So long as nobody don't get the idea of opening this gate, I don't need to hurt nobody either.
What's so special about this gate?
Mine crawlers. Big, bad mine crawlers. Lots and lots and lots of them.
Now, you can't open this gate yet, but you can see that this tunnel leads you into a way bigger cavern in a different part of the old mine. And that's basically the old mine so far. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've explored it entirely. Just in case, let's climb this ladder, see if there's anything we haven't yet picked up. We've talked to all the NPCs in the old mine. There's no one else we need to talk to. And then we're gonna exit the old mine and take a quick shortcut to the new camp. Now, anything else here? Okay, we missed some raven herbs down there and the hell mushroom. That's not a problem. Okay, a couple of hell mushrooms here. And the reason I'm, by the way, jumping so much is because, again, I don't really care about my hit points because we have way too much healing. And fun fact, when we're gonna change chapters, and we will be changing chapters eventually, many merchants will restock their inventory with extra stuff. So merchants that have healing potions, for example, will have even more healing potions. But again, we really won't probably buy any food or healing or anything because we're so stocked up in stuff. We've also played in a more or less efficient way. We haven't taken a lot of damage yet, and even though we don't have a lot of armor, our hit points are doing good. We have a lot of healing, and as I said, I think they're gonna last us to the end of the game. Now, this is basically all there is to the mine. I'm gonna do a very quick transition as I get to the top, because the last NPC I want to talk to is Glenn, who is way up there. Now, does this digger have anything to say? No, he doesn't. And I want to buy the lockpicks Glenn has, and then we're gonna exit the old mine. Does this guard have anything to say? Nope. So, quick transition, go to Glenn. Hey Glenn.
I heard I could buy lockpicks here.
Well, since you were brainy enough to find that out, you can have some. 10 ore apiece.
I want to buy lockpicks.
Yeah, okay, let's buy 20 lockpicks because we're actually going to use them in the very near future. Now we can sell some of our teeth because we have way too many. Yeah, okay. And that's basically it for the old mine. We've done exploring it. Do you have anything else to say, Mr. Drake? Nope,
See ya.
nothing else to say. And folks, that's it for the old mine. So we're gonna end the video right here. I want to wish everybody a wonderful day, and if you're having one of those unfortunate days, I just want to wish you the strength and wisdom to overcome it, because sometimes survival is just enough, and don't let anybody else tell you different. If you like the video, you can like and subscribe and all that jazz. I also have a Patreon. The link is in the video description. Any donations are welcome. It really helps because the channel is new, and yeah, sure, it might be helpful, but keep in mind I'm still gonna put out videos for free, because I really want to finish this game, and I really love RPGs and good stories, and want to share them with you guys. So until next time, take care of yourselves, guys, and see you later. Cheers.